Uh, Looking back, watching the film Sunday, knowing what the outcome is going to be watching is very frustrating. Really played well, did a lot of good things on both sides of the ball the first half. Two big turnovers, one led to points. Solid in the kicking game, winning at halftime, 4 down. Felt like we had done enough right in the first half to put ourselves in position to compete and win a game of that magnitude. Did not play well defensively the first part or most of the third quarter and let them get up 3 scores. Then we came back, scored 1 offensively. Bubba picks off the pass. Now it's a 1-score game going into the fourth quarter, and we'd kind of played our way out of it, then played our way back in it, and then the bottom kind of fell out, and it's very frustrating. I thought we did a lot of good things up to that point, but we did not in the fourth quarter, and then when they scored and then we fumbled the kickoff and they scored again, that kind of broke our back, and they're too good of a football team to come from that far behind. But I like the way that we competed up to that point. Again, we didn't get it done in the fourth quarter against a good football team, and that's frustrating. But I liked our effort. I liked the way we approached it. We got to do a better job of coaching. I got to do a better job in fourth quarter football games. Moving on this week, Nicholls poses offensively. They got a very good rushing football team, which is going to be a challenge for us because we're coming off a very poor defensive football game against the rush. I think their plan is going to be to control the ball, try to keep our offense off the field, run the ball, control the game, and then make enough plays with their offense to win the game. They kind of circled us. I heard, back in media day, they won their goals. They hadn't beaten us since we brought it back. They want to do that. This is going to be a challenge for me and for our coaching staff and our players to mentally get ready to go again. A lot like after the Sam Houston game, we're going to have to do a great job this week of refocusing our efforts and focusing on the task at hand this week.
Coach, they're coming off of one of their better efforts
Yes,
of the season,
they are.
but and I know coaches hate it, but they're still winless.
Mm-hmm.
How do you I guess keep that balance of telling the players, we have to treat them like we would treat them Southeastern, knowing that they're winners?
Well, I think we've beaten them with some of our players here has been in a couple of those games, and they know how difficult the games have been. We've won the games, but they were hard-fought ball games. We got up on them here last year, and they came roaring back, and we were able to pull away again at the end. But we realized it can happen. It happens every week, and we discuss that, and we're well aware of that. And it's going to be a challenge, but it's one that I think, with as many players we have played in this league and played against them, we know what can happen if we don't prepare.
I was going to say it's a situation where if they're winless, then that makes you maybe.
Oh, you bet.
Team as an undefeated team.
If I'm sitting down there, they feel like they can run the ball. They've ran the ball well against very good defenses, and they're going to be looking at the Southeastern game, and they can't wait for us to get off the bus. They're going to feel like their matchup can run the ball on us. That's one of the things we're going to have to address, and that's not the only key to the game, but that's one of the major keys to games. We're going to have to do a better job in run defense.
Now, in the second half against Southeastern, did the defense just wear out? Is that why they were
A little bit. The 2 big runs in the third quarter were bust. We had 2 guys miss tackles right at the line of scrimmage on the first run. We'd made those tackles in the first half. I don't think at that point it was fatigue. The quarterback on the busted play, first of all, made a heck of an athletic play just to corral the high snap, and then our force guy wasn't there around the left side, and that was a big play. Those 2 were bust. Fourth quarter, the one run they had, I thought, was fatigue. We just didn't cover as well as we needed to, and we did get tired in the fourth quarter.
What type of quarterback is Nicholls? Is he another quarterback that's dual threat, or how does he attack the defenses?
Well, they have 2 of them, and they've gone back and forth with a lot. They settled on just one in this past game against SFA. He is a dual threat guy. He can run the ball and will run the ball. They have plays designed, quarterback keeps and boots for him, plus When he drops back to throw the ball, he can scramble around. A good dual threat guy.
So then how do you, because I've noticed that you got the defense in the back end will cover, and that's what ends up causing the quarterback to take off and get some big gains. So how do you, is there a way to prevent that, limit the quarterback when he does run?
Well, we've played some good dual threat guys. I think we've played 3 really good dual threat quarterbacks. I think the guy at Sam can throw and run the ball. Has done a good job against. Did a good job against McNeese. Had a big run up the middle, 60, 70 yards against McNeese Saturday. The guy Parker McKenzie at Abilene Christian is a very good dual threat quarterback. And then we played another one, the Player of the Year, who is their leading rusher to go along with their leading passer at Southeast. So we've played 3 of the top dual threat guys in a row. So we've had a lot of experience to get that. One of the things you got to do is not get frustrated. They are going to make some plays with their feet, with their athleticism, and you're going to have to just keep running around, chasing them. There are times we can spy, but we've got to try to get discipline in our rush and keep them in the pocket and make them throw the ball on time, and that's very easy to do, to say. It's very difficult to do. We've done a good job. We've got to do a better job.
How important is it for your offense maybe to control the ball?
I think it's very important.
Keep your defense on.
I think it's very important. I think we're going to have some chances to move the balls on these guys. I think we're going to have a chance to hit some big plays. I mean, we're going to get them, but we have to consistently do a better job. The glaring fact, the glaring stat to me offensively coming off of this game, I thought we hit enough big plays against Southeastern and put up enough points on big plays where we were 2 of 16 on third down. We've got to do a better job of staying on the field and keeping drives alive and putting drives together and not relying on big plays to score. We need more 10 to 12 to 14 play drives for 2 reasons. Number one, to get more consistency going with our offense and to keep our defense off the field. That had a big part to do with our defense wearing down in the second half. We did not complete a third down in the second half against Southeastern. We were 0 for 8. And that means we punted 8 times in that ball game to their 2, and that was a big difference in that ball game. They had a lot more energy in the fourth quarter than we did.
Will Nicholls try to blitz like Southeastern did? I mean, maybe they will as game plan, but from what you've seen in their earlier film, do they like to blitz, or are they going to try and just stay back?
They're not as big a blitzing team stat-wise coming into this game as we've seen, but what you see a lot, and we do the same thing, it's a copycat league. I think we'll prepare for them blitzing a little more than they've shown just because we've had difficulty with it at times. So I think we'll prepare more of a percentage of our practices than they do actually blitz just in preparation for that.
Does that include, I don't mean without giving any too much away, does that include, I guess, would you leave another tight end or back end, or how?
Some of it. There's a few ways, especially on third down, when you're in third and more than medium to long in a true passing down, when you have to complete a ball more than 5 yards down the field to keep a drive alive. You can keep extra guys in to protect. You can roll your quarterback out and get him out of there. There's some things you can do, but we have to have a complete package for third down to do a better job, and that's part of it. Another big part of that is picking up more yards on first and second down and not getting as many third and longs. A lot of those third downs that we were not getting off, we're not making were third and too long. We got to turn them into third and mediums and get us out of the third and longs. I mean, just common sense. It's a lot easier to pick up 3rd and 3 than it is 3rd and 12.
The next, not next 2 weeks, the next 2 games, you have Lamar will be favored. I know coaches.
It's been a while.
Coaches don't want to look ahead, but just the fact that you'll be favored these 2, or starting with this one, just how big is it to, how big would a possible, 2-game winning streak going into the last part of the schedule be?
Well, every win's big, and there's some things there down the road that could be there for us if we can take care of business every week. Right now, there's no reason to look past this week. This is a must-win. This is a game that we need to bounce back from. This is a bounce-back game. I thought we did a very good job after Sam. I do not like getting beat, do not want to get beat, but I like the way that we bounced back mentally and played. We played very hard out at Abilene Christian. And we had to, we wouldn't have won the game. I'd like to see us give that type of mental effort in practice this week and give that type of mental and physical effort Saturday. And that's what I'm planning on us doing.
Just real quick, obviously Nicholls been through a little bit of adversity. They've had to change coaches. Has there been any difference in what Nicholls is doing from Stubbs to from Axman, or is it just pretty much business as usual?
I haven't seen a lot of difference. I think it is a tough situation. I think what they look to me like they're doing, and like you want to see young teams do, they're improving. If you look at them early in the year and you look at the game they just played Saturday night against SFA, much closer game, a hard-fought game, a game that they had an opportunity to win. They didn't get it done, but they got to feel like they're progressing, and it's a matter of time before they clip somebody and get over the hump. And we want to make sure it's not this week, but they are improving all over the field.
And last, just how is Reggie all right? I know he took the
Reggie Beckley?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He brought up players. Wanted to mention Michael Hargis. His grandmother passed away. He'll be gone the first part of this week. Our thoughts and prayers are with him. Susan Simmons, Dr. Simmons' wife. Her father passed away. Funeral's tomorrow. Prayers are with her family. On a good note, a positive note, Anthony Beard, starting inside linebacker. His wife, they had a child Friday night, Hadley. So congratulations to them. So. We have some things out there I just want to make sure that we're aware of and make note of.
Just some notes about this week. Caleb needs only 6 completions to be the school's all-time record holder. Needs only 82 yards of total offense to be the school's all-time record holder, and he needs something like 320 or 330 passing yards to break that record. And then Bagleton is 10 catches shy of becoming the school's all-time leader in that category as well. So some things to look out for. All 4 of those.
All that's great if we win.
Yeah.
All those stats suck if we don't.